What's up?
Brooke.
Hi, what's up?
Guys, we have a guest today. Her name is Brooke.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's me.
wow.
That's me, the famous Brooke.
Last week was Matt, and this week is Brooke.
That's me. That's me this week.
And let me tell you, it could get wild. You never know.
You never know with me. You never know.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, man. Paul,
Yeah, that's me.
Brooke might be unfamiliar with this, but do you know what segment comes up next?
No. What? I don't know.
My name's Scott Bradford. I'm 19. Well, I'm going to be 20 like December.
God, thank you to our sponsors. Thank you so much. That was a phenomenal segment from our sponsors.
Oh, man.
It never gets
Fantastic.
old. It never gets old.
Mm-hmm. So don't forget to use coupon code #TreeChucklers at the checkout to get 0% off your next purchase.
Hold on, what's that coupon code again?
Ah, shit, roll it back. #TreeChucklers.
Hashtag. Like, you spell it out, or is it the symbol?
Yeah, you use the pound key, #TreeChucklers.
Just want to make sure, because I know some people like to spell out.
What if my computer doesn't have a pound key? What do I do?
You need to get a new computer. That's like a...
Yeah.
Don't tell me how to live my life, but thank you so much.
Paul.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Look, it's been an interesting week for me, honestly. I had to confront my instructor, which is something that I haven't had to do basically since ever. And so
What do you mean by confront, though?
What's up?
Did you drop kick him?
No.
Yeah, like that confrontation?
I'll explain what was going on. So, in architecture school, what you have is this class called studio, where is pretty much what we do all of our work. All right, that's where we do our projects. That's where we learn the actual architectural skills. You know, the qualities that you need. And usually it's a lot of kids. I mean, we started off with 100 our freshman year, and now we're down to 60, 70.
Dang.
Yeah, and it's only a second semester, and then you get split into roughly 10 to 12 students per instructor. And within our group, what we were noticing is that there was this strong miscommunication, and I want to argue that it's a miscommunication and not so much a laziness, because I think our group is really strong in terms of wanting to actually do well in the class. And every time we would go up and we'd have these things called critiques, where, you know, you present the work that you've worked on so far and whatever phase of the project, and then you talk with your instructor through it. You tell him, you know, the process that you went through in terms of your design, and he tells you where he thinks it's weak. And he at least proposes, you know, arguments for why, you know, why you did this or why you should have done something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so during that process, usually it's a to and fro. But with our instructor, it felt for a while like it was just, you know, we bring our stuff up, we talk about our idea, but then it's either his way or the highway, right? And that's a problem. That's a really big problem. Yeah. And the thing is well, I definitely don't think that he's trying to be like that. And you know, once we cleared it up, we found out he really wasn't. But the process for the past 2 months, it's been like that. And midterms hit, and that's where it all kind of went like at its peak, because we were all frustrated. Nobody understood their projects, and the presentations were god awful because we didn't understand what we were doing. We just listened to his work. So I kind of just wanted to bring up the idea of, like, you know, when you confront someone, have you ever had to? And if you have, what was that process like? Because for me,
I hate confrontation.
Yeah, and nobody likes confrontation. For me, it was before while we were pitting up, before the judges were here. Him and I were like kind of going at each other, like saying these slight insults.
Wait, you and the professor?
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh,
yeah, and it got bad. When it cracked, it was when I usually present first, because I'm fine with presenting
like
first.
Getting it out of the way. That's how I was too.
I don't mind presenting first and just, you know, being the sharpest person there. And he's like, "Oh, you're going first?" And he didn't care about the order. He told us that the order didn't matter. And I was like, yeah, of course I'm going first. You know, what'd you expect? He's like, "Oh, I woun't have made you first." I was like, damn. You know what?
What?
I know. I looked at him and I was like, you know what? Do you have time after studio to talk? And frankly, I sounded
See me
pretty
after
pissed.
class.
Yeah, I sounded pretty pissed, but he was cool with it. And then we talked after, and you know, I wrestled through the ideas, definitely in a good manner, not angry.
Yeah.
But do you have any experiences with confrontation?
Paige or Brooke, do you have something? Sorry,
We have a friend.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we have a friend named Paige.
No
and she was the first female guest on the podcast.
No, you're
so,
totally
yeah,
good.
Brooke, do you have?
Like in what sense? Like
Just a confrontation where it was something that was probably important to you, something that, like for me, you know, this is my future career, so I didn't want to ruin a semester. It could have been a throwaway semester if I didn't do that. You know,
Like confrontation with authority?
confrontation with authority or confrontation with someone that you genuinely respect, but you were having trouble with. Do you have
no,
instances?
I don't think
Have
so.
you avoided this your whole life?
Yes, because I literally like like the idea of just like saying your opinion to someone about like how you strongly feel and then them being like either reacting good or reacting horribly and you're just like, what do you I guess like I don't know if this like really counts, but there was a time where my friend was like seeing this guy.
Ooh.
And I had a birthday party and my other friend came. But this girl brought this guy. The guy and my other friend were flirting the whole time while my other friend was just like staring off into the distance. And they started hitting it off. They stopped talking and they started seeing each other. And I brought up him the other day and she was like, "Oh, yeah, well, we don't talk anymore because this girl was in his Snapchats and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Yeah, my friend said she really liked his dogs." And she goes, "That was your friend?" And that's when I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, "I can't believe you for not telling me, and I can't believe her for acting like a friend to me at your party." And I was like, she didn't even like you. Like, what? Like, and just the idea of like, confronting someone with something they don't know and then them like freaking out at you and you just sitting there like,
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
like, you shouldn't have brought a boy to my party. I don't know. Like, it was horrible. And I hate confrontation. I hate the idea of being the person I have to break the news to or I have to confront someone about me being mad. Because I don't usually speak my mind like if something's bothering me, like at work or school or in my family, I don't bring it up. I'm just like, yeah, okay, it's fine. And then when it comes, like, and I'm like angry about it, then I like, I don't want to confront anyone. So I try to avoid it with all costs.
Yeah. Well, that brings up a good point. That brings up a really good point. There are a lot of times, and I can probably think of a few right now where you know things about other people. And maybe you should say something to another person about what's going on, but you don't. Is that something you do, or am I in the wrong there? Like the idea of let's say you know a couple and you know one of them's cheating on the other. Do you confront the other person or not?
Definitely.
Are you that you're that kind of person?
Because like I know that if my significant other, like if I had one at that time and they were cheating on me, I would want to know. Like I wouldn't want to just be sitting there like, oh my gosh, like I'm so happy my boyfriend and I, we love each other. But then my friend knowing that like he's seeing someone else. And
yeah, I think for that specific situation, like, yeah, I would absolutely tell the other person, like, hey, your significant other is cheating. Just because it's like, in that situation, it's like it kind of sucks to be the other person who's in the dark, you know.
Okay, here's a good scenario that I just thought of. What if it's your best friend? So let's say you know a couple, and your best friend is cheating on the other person. You don't know that person very well. Do you still do it?
No.
You don't do it.
So my best friend is cheating on
Your best friend is cheating on their significant other. Do you do anything about it?
Oh man.
Because if you tell the other person,
this has happened.
This has happened to you?
Okay,
Ooh.
go ahead.
No.
Oh, are you gonna tell the story?
No, I don't know. Like, okay, I was in a relationship where this is actually my most recent relationship, and it ended recently, but I had no idea that, like, he was hanging out with his coworker, like, behind my back. Like, he would tell me, and I'm like, okay, cool, dude, do what you want, hang out with who you want, I don't care, honestly, just love me, you know? And he's like, yeah, for sure. Well, my cousin texted me. I was like, hey, I need to tell you something. And I was like, what? She's like, okay, so you know how you're dating your boyfriend? Well, his sister's dating my best friend's sister, and she's been noticing this girl at his house every day, and they're not just hanging out in the living room, they're in his room, don't know what's going on, but her Instagram is this, do what you want with that information. He broke up with me 2 weeks after that, and now they're dating.
Ooh.
Alright.
I think if I was in that situation, I think I would confront my friend about it, like, first, right? It's like, hey, I know you're cheating on your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whatever.
Like, bro, what up? What's up?
No, yeah, what's up? You know, what the fuck is up? I would tell them, like, hey, I'm telling you that I'm going to tell your significant other, you know?
If you don't
like,
stop.
No, like, I'm just gonna do it, like, whether or not, like, they stop or not, like, I'm going to tell, like, the order of events is, I'll tell my friend, and then I'll tell their significant other, like, immediately afterward. So then, like, the information, like, me knowing about it is presented to both of them at the same time.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be a courier of the message instead of, like, a bringer of bad news.
See, I relate this to the trolley problem.
Okay.
I relate this to the trolley problem, where if I had that situation, I'm just like, you know what? If I involve myself in this, I'm participating in that drama, and I don't want to participate in that drama.
Yeah. Like,
and no, don't get me wrong, it's not an easy thing.
Like, if you did nothing, then the relationship might end, but at least it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, at least I didn't poke into their relationship, you know? Yeah. Like, unless it's something that's absolutely deadly.
Send them a ransom, not kind of a ransom note,
ransom?
like one of those notes, notes that's made out of all letters from a magazine, being like, your boyfriend is cheating on you, from anonymous.
Oh, like, what a creepy way to do that.
Put it in their windshield, like while they're, like, walking to their car at night, and they're like, what is this? And it's like, your boyfriend's cheating on you, and they're like, great, okay. I'm gonna go home now.
So thank you, kind stranger. Oh man.
Well, obviously, yeah. I would say that there is a certain degree where you do need to step in if it's an abusive relationship, or if it's just something that's absolutely immoral. I mean, don't get me wrong, cheating's not exactly moral, but unless it's like if it was a marriage, I think I would step in.
Okay,
I think that's different.
Like, I get it with relationships for sure. Like, you want someone who's gonna be loyal to you and everything, but like, in a marriage, that's when you're like, vowed.
You signed legal documents.
Yeah. You vowed, like, you got a different last name, and you're cheating, like, honey.
Yeah. I think it's the circumstances, definitely.
Yeah, like,
but still, it's not comfortable.
No. Cheating is never cool. It's never been cool. Unless your boyfriend cheated on you and then you want to get back at him. I don't condone that either. I'm just saying.
Wait, cheating to get back at a cheater. It's cheaters. It's cheaters all the way down.
Where's the guy with the camera that's like, we're back on cheaters today, blah blah blah.
Oh wait, no, I remember that show.
Maybe WGN or something. I don't know what channel.
Yeah, one of those like Sunday afternoon.
Like, it was no. It was one of those. It was one of those shows where you'd be watching Saturday morning cartoons, and then that would be done. All the cartoons would be done, and then it'd be like, cheaters.
Yeah.
We're here in an apartment complex in Las Vegas. This woman is cheating on this guy with this woman.
Hello, welcome back to the ASMR, and today we're going to be playing. I'm going to be I'm gonna be talking like I'm a cheater to you.
What?
That doesn't make sense.
My girlfriend is downstairs,
But she doesn't know that I have another girl in the closet. What? Why is
You
it that
are
almost
Kelly.
Yeah.
You are Kelly's like trapped in the closet, like 1 through
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, I think every episode since the ASMR Drake Hipsters episode, we've done something ASMR. We were in your car going to buy a camera, and we listened to like ASMR, or an ASMR video,
Oh my God,
like on Omar's really nice speaker system. It was the weirdest thing because usually you listen to ASMR like on headphones.
Did you get brain tingles?
I mean, like, it was less of a brain tingle and more of like a full body tingle because like the speakers were coming from everywhere, not just like, oh, it's going directly into your ears through microphones.
It was your body.
Yeah, it was like vibrating up through my legs, into my spinal cord, into my brain.
It was a video. It was ASMR like whispering.
It was ASMR whispering and just like one where it's just like mouth sounds.
Yeah, mouth sounds.
Like a very wet. Yeah, like that.
Ew.
Oh god.
No, there's the ones where you could watch and it's like ASMR spa day. It's like, hi there, welcome back.
They always whisper.
I know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, or the people who eat crunchy pickles and they're like,
Oh.
extra
that's
crunchy pickle sounds. Watch this ASMR.
You know a lot about
The
ASMR.
squirt symbol. I watch way too much YouTube. Like I can just like, I'll start watching like a David Dobrik vlog, and then I'll just be on ASMR like getting brushes over the microphone.
That happens to me. I'm always listening to like a Tree Chucklers podcast, and then all of a sudden I get dropped into ASMR, and I'm not sure how that happened.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's probably the tags that we put on these videos. Yeah.
I always tag ASMR. That's the thing.
Honestly, you could just do that for every single episode and be like, yeah, that's probably in there somewhere.
It's in there.
Yeah.
No, what I was gonna say is, one of the videos with ASMR was that whispering, and so the lady was whispering, but then like I think she blew into the mic a little too much, and my bass, myself, fired,
Yep.
and it shook the whole
I
car
remember
and
that.
freaked us out because it went from really quiet to boom.
It was really weird because like I was watching the video and like she just like gently blew into the microphone, but like the whole car shook. So like the disparity between like a mini earthquake and just like a small screen with like a woman blowing into the microphone. It's like what the fuck just happened? Holy shit.
Honestly, people might think that we're obsessed with ASMR secretly, but we're not.
Yeah, like honestly, like your next podcast is just all ASMR. Hi guys, today we're gonna be talking about some things, so I hope you're ready for brain tingles.
Brain tingles.
I think
If you tap on
I
the
really
mic.
like my microphone. I really like my microphone and the fidelity that it has. So I think like inevitably I'm going to or like when I was going to buy this microphone, I listened to a lot of microphone tests. That included ASMR videos.
Oh my god.
Just because it's like hey guys, today I'm going to be testing out the Blue Yeti snowball. Just stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, okay. That's a fun
ASMR is
video,
gonna
I
take
guess.
over the world, man. Pretty soon it's gonna be in school and everything.
I'm just gonna have a
What would that
Starbucks
even
name
look
tag
like?
that's like Brooke ASMR channel.
Brooke ASMR.
Yeah.
But you know what? Speaking of
Here's my
brain
SoundCloud.
tingles, speaking of brain tingles, guys,
Brain tingles.
I need to ask you, how many days until Bobby Shmurda gets out?
2,140.
Boom.
I'm so sorry, I didn't pull up my countdown fast enough.
Paul's always
Look,
right. He keeps that on
Yep.
track. He records it every day in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Waiting for the
not a
second
day.
coming.
Yeah, there's not a day.
He's been in prison for a while now.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Approximately more than how many days? Paul?
2,140 days.
Approximately more than that.
Wait, no, not more than that. That's how many he has left.
But isn't he like halfway into his sentence?
No, it was like last year.
Oh man.
Wow, way to go,
Oh, man.
Omar. You don't know your Bobby Shmurda
I
facts?
don't.
God damn it,
I don't.
Dude,
I don't know.
are you a Bobby Shmurda fan? Name 3 of his albums.
3.
Name
He
3
has
of
1 or
his.
2, I think.
Because you don't know about the secret one.
He might have more. I don't know. But Paul, what's going on in your life over there in Indiana, bro?
I mean, so I just got out of my last class before spring break, so that was pretty fantastic.
Wait, hold on. You have spring break right now?
Well, in like, what time is it? In like a couple hours, yeah. So yeah.
Are you coming home or are you heading somewhere?
Heading somewhere.
Oh shit.
Going.
This guy, he's always heading somewhere. Brooke's already upset.
Yeah, wow.
I'm sorry. I'm just hustling too hard. So,
yeah, there was somebody who messaged me today. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing today? You should come watch me perform in my friend's garage." I was like, "I know." He's like, "Limited seating." I was like, "You know, dang well, it's just gonna be you and your friend." Like,
limited seating is because they only have 2 lawn chairs.
I know, right? And the one has a hole in the bottom, so no.
It's like if we were to say, "Hey, yeah, we're recording a podcast today. If you guys want to watch, limited seating though."
Yeah, right.
I have the pink chair over there.
Yeah, no, and I was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry, I can't. I have a podcast today." He goes, "Wow, Miss Big and Fabulous, do a podcast," and I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Wow, pretty cool, I guess. What do you guys even talk about?" I was like, "Dude, I don't even know." And he's like, are there talking points or you just talk? And I was like, "Just talk." I was like, "I talk too much." He goes, "You do, but that's okay." I was like, he's like, "It'll work." I'm like, you've met me one time. You don't know I talk too much. I know I talk too much.
This is a new friend.
Yeah, that I try not to talk to because he's crazy.
I was gonna say he didn't seem like a very good friend at first, but then he was somewhat encouraging when he was like, "You talk too much, but it's good."
But he's crazy. Like this guy, crazy.
How awkward would it be if we found this guy and then just sent him this episode?
I don't know. I don't think...
No, because he kind of seemed like he was like kind of trashing on the podcast, like, "Oh, look, you're on a podcast," and stuff like
he's
that.
like, "Which
yeah,
one
you
is
actually
it?"
are.
Well, slow down. We got 12 subscribers. Hold on.
Hey,
we're not
those
exactly
12.
small.
Those 12 are really.
That's a lot more.
Wait, we have 12?
I think we have more.
He's like, "Hell yeah, we bumped up 2 last week."
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Speaking of, I'd like to thank our 10th subscriber, Erica. Thank you so much, Erica.
Thank
you know who you are, Erica.
This is the 10th episode,
That's my
and
best
we'd like to
friend
thank our 10th subscriber. Oh, that's your best friend today.
Yeah.
I don't think it was your best friend who subscribed, though.
That's okay, but
You should tell your best friend to subscribe, though.
I will.
we're asking people to subscribe as we're doing the podcast.
Oh my god, every
You know,
drink,
it's hustle every
drink
day.
we hand out in the drive-thru, it's just like we stick a card. Subscribe.
Yeah,
Yeah, subscribe.
Well, when somebody put that thing on our
hiring thing on our
what do you call it?
Order box.
Bulletin
Our
board?
order box. Boom.
Oh my god, my nose is so itchy.
Your nose hurt?
Yeah.
You just flick it up when you're angry.
Yeah, I'm like.
Why would you just like oh, I'm so angry?
I don't know. I got a buddy named
No,
Ethan
like-
who works with me, and he was like, "Yeah, when I get angry," or it was like some joke. He was like, "Just flick your nose ring up, and you'll know that they're angry," or something like that. I was like, "That's really weird, bro." I
Okay,
didn't know
like
that.
there's days where I forget to flip my ring up, and I'll get to work and they're like, "You have to take that out." I was like, "I don't even know how to take it out, but okay, let me go flip it up really fast."
Wait, you can't take it out?
I don't know how. I would have to get it taken out with like the. But look at like.
Oh, does that hurt?
No, it's fine.
Oh my
Wait,
god, it's
flip
gone.
it out.
It's a magic trick, you know.
Wait,
Got
Does
some
it feel
tricks up
weird
my
to
sleeve.
breathe? Does it feel weird to breathe?
No, but if I bump my nose at all, I sneeze like right away. Because I like there's days where I itch it really hard at work, and I'm like, and then I'm like, ugh.
Eey.
so like I'm looking through the camera and like the resolution isn't that great. I'm trying to imagine the logistics of like how you get a nose ring and you like flip it up and now it's gone.
Oh, it'd have to be a full ring. That's what I'm
I
talking
have
about.
a septum ring. I have my septum pierced
Okay.
with the little bowl ring.
I was thinking it was like an actual ring through like the side of the nostrils. Like you flip it up, it's like to wear.
I know.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like Paul, if you have a full ring and let's say it's like touching your lip, roughly,
Mhm.
you flick it up to touch the top of your nose. That's what he meant. That's what he
Okay.
meant. Ethan's a funny guy. I'll have him come on sometime.
he's
very
a
quiet.
really funny guy. Super
He's super
sarcastic, but
He
he's
invited me to
awesome.
go mountain climbing, so I'm definitely gonna go mountain climbing soon.
What a guy.
Mountain climbing,
Or I could rock
Wait,
climbing.
where?
Sorry.
rock climbing.
Just like how I mountain bike in Illinois. Yeah.
I want to see you rock climb.
I feel like
I think
so
it'd be
fun
interesting.
there at the place that Ethan goes
You've
to.
been? You've gone with him?
No, I've gone
With
with
this?
my ex. My ex
You saw him? You saw Ethan there? He was just chilling?
No, he told me about it. I was like, oh, that place.
See, there's two types of climbing that you can do. There's like top rope. Well, basically two.
Corporate
Top
climbing?
roping.
The
No,
top
top rope.
rope thing.
Yeah, so like you're attached to the rope, and then there's bouldering.
Oh,
I like
the
to boulder.
bouldering is so crazy.
Yeah, well, okay. So bouldering, you're not tethered to anything, right? It's just you and the
Hate
wall.
word tether.
I feel a lot safer bouldering without any ropes than top rope or lead climbing.
Dude, don't some people actually do bouldering up like really steep?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's free climbing. There's a insane video of someone going up El Capitan,
Ugh.
free climbing. It was like,
El Capitan.
oh, El Capitan.
Hey, it's El Capitan time!
Hey!
So let's see here. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
No, not for a second.
Okay,
Not
I have a
for
weird.
one damn second, Brooke.
So I don't believe in ghosts, but I don't know. I don't have an imaginary friend, but I'll explain the situation.
But
So
I have one. Like,
I don't have an imaginary friend. I have an imaginary cousin.
yeah, it's different.
It's different.
So I think about like 5 years ago, I went to this Halloween party and there was a Ouija board there, right?
Hell yeah.
And so Ouija
I
boards
hate
are,
Ouija
are
boards.
fake. It's basically what it comes down to with Ouija boards is that one person who's in on it, like, is moving the little piece thing across the board. So during
One
that
person
Halloween
who's
party,
in on it.
well, at least one person, like, they'll like just gently
Yeah.
guide the thing, you know. So during that party, I was that person. So someone asked a question like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I led the little like piece thing to spell out bro. I was like, "Your name's bro?" I was like, "Hell yeah, it is." So, like, I guess it's just like after that, I just like to pretend that I have like a spirit, not like a spirit animal, but a spirit
spiritual
bro.
connection. Spirit
Yeah, just
bro.
I have a spirit bro.
Freaking
So like when it,
sick, bruh.
yeah, dude. So like whenever something like kind of like
Awesome.
neat happens or something like totally radical happens, I'm like, yo, thanks, spirit bro, and like I get a little fist bump from heaven.
You get a little smack on the face.
What? No,
Just a
spirit bro
little
ain't
tap.
like that.
Just a little tab, like, hey, I'm
Spirit
still
Bro's
here.
a bro. Like, he won't ever
Yeah,
hate
Spirit-
you.
Do you believe in ghosts, Brooke?
Yes, I do.
That's why
Ooh.
she looked at me all mad.
I know, I was like-
no.
I don't know.
Why do you believe in ghosts, Brooke?
I
Justify yourself.
Okay, so, I mean, like, ever since I was younger, I've always believed in it because my favorite show ever is Ghost Adventures. But I work at a haunted house, and there are so many crazy happenings that happen there that I'm like, this is disgusting. Like, I'm grossed out because this is so scary.
Do you work at it right now?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Ooh,
yeah.
spooky.
Really?
Yeah, we do random stuff throughout the year, but I work there all of September and October, and oh my gosh, it's my favorite job I've ever had. But today, I got woken up by my father. What?
Go ahead.
What's wrong?
Just go ahead.
Oh,
Just go ahead.
I got woken up by my father, and basically, he was like, "Why were you screaming?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Stop screaming. Like, why? What are you screaming about?" I was like, "Dad, I have not screamed at all." And I was sleeping in the basement. My dad was in the middle floor, and we have an upstairs. So I'm in the basement, and he's like, "You were screaming." And I was like, "I wasn't, Dad." And he's like, "Well, there's a loud thud after coming from upstairs." And I'm like, "Oh, good. I wasn't up there."
Ooh.
And so I'm freaking out. I'm telling all my friends. And then I call my mother. And I'm like, "Mother, listen." And and I was just like asking her how her day is and stuff. Asking her like the age-old question, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Brooke, I'm working. You ask me this every time." I'm like, yeah. But like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing at work? But
Specifically.
I know. And like, so basically I told her about that. She goes, "Brooke, That's so weird you say that. I was like, why? She goes, you know how yesterday I couldn't sleep? I was like, yeah. She goes, it's because at 3 a.m. I heard you screaming from the basement in my room. I was like, I haven't screamed in days. I've been sleeping. Like, I I talk in my sleep randomly, but like that's very rare. And so my mom, like our basement is pretty quiet. Like you can't really hear much down there, but from all the way upstairs with her fan and her door shut, that's scary. And I know it's not me, but like that is just such a weird thing. But we do have an Alexa. And there's been weird stuff going on with Alexa lately. Like the little Alexas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you ask my Alexa any question that you ask online and like it starts laughing or being creepy, if I ask her, she's like, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Or like she has no idea what any of it means. I'll be like, Alexa, were you screaming? And she's like, I'm sorry, I don't know that one. Or like I'll be like, laugh at me, and she won't laugh. But like it's just so creepy. Like I haven't seen anything online about screaming, but the laughing, heard it. But ugh, so scary.
That's pretty spoopy.
Yeah.
Spoopy?
Spoopy. Advanced spooky. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh.
see, I just don't. My grandma, she used to tell me that in the house that she lives in right now, that before she blessed it, like when I was like 5, for like 2 years straight, she would always hear thudding in the middle of the night. And then it went away because it was some air conditioning piece that was moving around.
Oh. Well, that's
And
not
so
so
she
bad.
blessed it and it went away, but it was really just because it was just the air conditioning unit was needed to be fixed. I feel like there's always a reason for why you hear certain things. Like my house is super loud at night. You always hear it crack because the wind pushes it, and you always hear a crack or two. I don't know if that's a good thing.
But a scream. That's
It's the
what's
wood
scary.
screaming.
It's the wood screaming.
There is no wood by my house.
It could be metal scratching against each other.
Where?
You guys,
In
you
the
guys
house.
must keep a lot of metal.
Huh?
You guys must keep it metal.
Oh yeah. Metal.
Yeah.
That's obviously why. Brooke, what kind of
Okay.
music are you into?
Me?
Yeah.
What kind of music do I look like I'm into?
Let's see. You're wearing,
Someone told me I look like I listen to The Cure.
and you're wearing white socks.
No, they're blue and
It looks
pink.
like you're into what's that? What's that W band?
Oh, I was gonna
The
say,
Who?
My Chemical Romance.
Yo,
Yeah,
okay,
the
wow.
There we
right,
go.
right into my scene phase. All of a sudden, my long hair with my bangs is back. Like,
It looks like you're into Lil Uzi.
oh god, I don't listen to any rap. I don't listen to like really any rap except like Tyler the Creator. Like that's
Oh
my guy.
my god, yes.
Okay, that's
Somebody.
my guy.
Somebody who likes Tyler the Creator.
And okay, I guess like I like The Neighborhood. Who shout out to The Neighborhood. Their new album came out today.
Is that it?
I have their logo tattooed on me.
Where?
My ribs. Most painful tattoo I got.
Is it big?
No, it's like they're a little like upside down house heart triangle with an eye.
Hmm.
But I like a lot of like indie, lo-fi,
Yeah.
like shoegaze music.
Pretty much us in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's like, so when we were looking up intros to do this for this podcast, there was a lot of lo-fi in there.
There was.
I love the resurgence of, not really resurgence, but I love the popularity of lo-fi right now.
It's I just love the distorted guitar and like kind of like
Mhm.
the I mean, okay, like trained vocals are cool. Untrained vocals are really cool too. Like I sing and I don't have trained vocals. Like I don't see a point for it. But like I just love the sound of like people who just sing with like how they want. Like, you know, like no auto tune, nothing. They just sing all of it.
Yeah, there's definitely
Freaking
certain
great.
voices that are really weird, but they sound good.
My friend Owen, who works at a different Starbucks than us, his voice is so good. Like it sounds like the music I listen to. So we were like playing guitar. He was playing guitar the other day, and I was just like, keep singing, like keep going, because you sound like my favorite artist. He's like
You play
shitty
guitar?
and untrained. No, I don't know how to play any instrument. But yeah, he just was playing like the guitar, just like whatever. And he's like, you should learn the ukulele. I was like, I am not talented enough, like, to, like, do all the chords and remember or play at the same time. I'd be like,
See,
I just rely on music.
I wouldn't even have finished that sentence. I would have just been like, I am not. Do you want to learn the ukulele? I am not.
I am not.
Nope.
Jeez, Paul, we got carried away, but how's it going in Indiana, man? How's Indiana doing?
Wow, 35 minutes into this podcast, bring that question. I mean, like, it's pretty good. I mean, it's normal. I want to bring up the weather because it's so weird, but that seems like such a typical conversation. Wow, the weather is so weird.
I'm about to go fly my drone out.
Fly your drone out. That sounds exciting.
I'm about to go fly my drone like no other.
Yeah.
My drone.
What kind of drone did you get?
The Mavic Air.
Mavic Air.
Yeah.
How'd you? Oh wait,
have
you flown it yet? Like at all? Have you flown it yet at all?
I've flown it in this office.
In the office. Dang, dude.
That's sarcastic.
Wow.
Wow.
You look genuinely excited for a second.
I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna be doing that in a bit. I'm really excited for that, man. You know, once what I wanted to do, it flies for 20 minutes. My runs
for 20
are
minutes
13
and then
minutes.
make it fall at your eyes.
My runs are 13 minutes. So I want it to follow me while I'm running so I can see how I look when I'm running. Because I feel like I look good.
Ooh.
I feel like I look good.
Run.
I run like you've never ran before, and that's me. Like, if you look at me when I run, it's painful.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I have asthma, and just, it's no fun. Like, at the haunted house. Yeah, like, at the haunted house in October, there's a night where, like, one of my favorite things to do was, like, harass my other, like, actors so that I could, like, get chased by them and, like, hide behind people. Well, my one friend, I didn't know he was going to run that fast, and I'm running like crazy with the wind and the cold air, and I literally had to go in and take my inhaler because I was literally, like, I couldn't catch my breath.
Jeez.
And so, it's just, that's why I don't run. I just stick to, like, I longboard randomly, and then I don't exercise. Oh, I go on bar at work, and then that's a lot of exercise for me. I'm good.
Go on bar.
Yeah.
No, yeah, longboarding's nice. I like longboarding.
It's so free.
Yeah.
It's like,
longboarding
makes you feel so good.
I can't use longboarding as exercise because I can't ride goofy. So like when I longboard, only my right leg gets a workout.
My left leg gets a workout. I can only ride with my right foot on the board and my left leg pushing and everything because I don't know
I ride
why.
goofy.
I don't know why it's like that, but it is.
I've tried really hard to.
So Brooke, when you kick a ball, what foot do you use?
My right.
Yeah,
Right.
same here.
Oh, that's weird.
But
And
when
you
I
ride goofy.
Yeah, and then when I do a cartwheel, I do it with
With
my
my
left
left?
leg and forward.
That's what I do. Holy crap! Is that
Huh.
common? I feel like that isn't.
I can't cartwheel this way. I learned the left hand down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, cartwheels are left hand down for me. When I kick a ball, it's with my right foot.
Okay.
But when I did hurdles, right, I'd use my left foot to like launch off, and I'd do long jump with my left foot. I'm also right-handed, but I use my left eye to like look down, like telescopes, scopes, like stuff like that. So like just like the weirdest things are like flipped. Like for me.
Yeah, no, I am really dominant in this right ear of mine. My left ear, I feel like I don't hear as well. But there was a point a couple of weeks ago where I couldn't hear out of my right ear at work. So I'd turn my headset on all the way up, and I'd be talking louder than I normally do. People were like, "You're really yelling." I'm like, "No, I just can't hear." And I got it all like figured out, and so now I can hear it. It's so strange, like being able to hear out of your regular ear again, because I flipped my headset and I can't hear as well in my left ear, and then I wouldn't be able to hear my right, so I'd just be like, huh, what were you saying? Okay, yeah.
That happens often, I feel like.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
I can't hear out of both my ears, but I can hear a little bit better out of my right.
Can't hear out of both of your ears? I think there's I think it's called deafness.
Deafness?
Deafness.
Deafness?
Deafness.
Deafness.
Yeah, deafnessly.
Yo, that is legitness.
That
oh,
was
man.
legitness.
Yeah, totally. Man,
Speaking
fines.
of longboarding.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Vine? Vine 2 coming back.
Vine 2.
Oh, yeah,
man.
did you hear about that?
I fill my days just watching Vine compilations.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that I got on the train after the train stopped, so to say.
Yeah. Okay,
But
like
yeah.
I loved Vine when it was like popular, like
Did
as
you do
heck.
it a lot?
I would watch it. My Vines were never funny. I was more of a Snapchat person because my stories are always so dumb and still are. But I don't know, like I love like having friends that you could just like quote Vines with and they know what you're talking about. Like you could literally just be like, hey guys, do you wanna fuck, I have a lisp. I can't think of Krispy treat. A blue bar,
Blue
and
bar.
then like they come back with another one, and you're like, heck yeah, dude! Like you know what you're talking about. But like I want Vine 2 to come back, but all my favorite Viners, I still watch them on YouTube on their vlogs and everything. So it's like I'm so set with that. But when it comes down to Vine compilations, I can't watch them with those same people because they look so different, and I'm like, you're so little on this. Like, no.
That's true.
It's true.
People grow up. It's weird.
So
I think I think Vine it's an interesting form of entertainment because it's basically because you're limited by the amount of time or the length of time that a Vine was, you had to fit your entire content, so to say, within that like 6 second
6 seconds.
time frame.
And some
Yeah.
of them felt so much longer than 6
Yeah.
seconds, even
Oh,
though
yeah.
it was 6.
Like some of the really good Viners like absolutely squeezed every single millisecond out of that 6 seconds.
yeah, like
and-
watch, like, I don't get it.
It's I know a couple of Viners that made the move to YouTube, and some of them did all right, but a lot of them they can't work with the longer form that is YouTube. Like YouTube really works for videos that are around like 10 to 15 minutes, you know? But like so going from like making content that was 6 seconds long to like multiple minutes, like it didn't work for some people. So yeah, I think Vine was an interesting experiment in
Well-
how people enjoy content.
The thing with Vine, okay, so this is a little bit of a broader topic, but a lot of older folks like to tell us that our generation is really bad when it comes to like paying attention. We have a short attention span,
True.
and hence why we have things like Vine that we love. But at the same time, I feel like then maybe it's just anecdotal, but I know a couple of people that love listening to hour, 2 hour, 3 hour podcasts, and that's their thing. And
Yeah.
I mean, you need a longer attention span to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is
one
it-
of my favorite I was gonna say one of my favorite channels on YouTube. It just talks about movies and like TV shows, like magic of the cinema, basically, for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Like it's my favorite channel of all time.
Yeah, exactly. I always listen to podcasts that are at least an hour.
I've never listened to really any podcasts, but I do like listening to this one guy on YouTube named Criminally Listed, and he just talks about like
Is he a thug?
no, it's like it'll be like top 3 disappearances with video proof, and then he'll talk, but his voice is so monotone
Oh, I know what
that
you're
if
talking
I
about.
watch him, I need to sleep after. Like I can't just
Ooh.
like watch it while I'm like out like doing something because I will need to sleep. Like his voice, like it's like ASMR to me. Like literally.
Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome back. No, but like I don't know. There's just something about like listening to like longer videos like that and being able to remember everything, because there's times where like my attention just not there. But then when it comes to watching his videos, like I'm so drawn in because like his voice and like he will talk about like news stories that were never aired as big as they should have been, and then he'll give you the video proof, and it's just it's so good, so good.
Just like how Slender Man's real.
Oh, you can't even say stuff like that.
Are you scared? Do you get scared?
Nah, son. I'm never scared.
I hit a rough spot there.
I'm like, I think we need to cut this short.
Like, I have to leave.
You have woods in the back of your yard. Slenderman could be hiding. But
Actually, I've never seen Slender Man and Omar in the same room. We should be asking some questions.
You know what? I've never seen Paul and Slender Man in the same room. What's up with that?
Because I'm always running away.
okay, guys, I am Slenderman.
Yeah.
I am very pale. I'm no longer. I'm not bald, but I'm in all black. So
You are in all. Well, I don't know if that's all.
There's
black,
no
right?
proof that Brooke isn't Slender Man.
there's no proof at all. Like I could literally whip out my ID right now, and it could be like Slender. Brooke Slender.
Brooke Slenderman Waltman.
Yeah, that's it. BMW are my initials.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's dive into some random thoughts here, Paul.
These have all been random thoughts.
I don't know.
Twinkies.
I don't know. Twinkies.
All right.
Thoughts.
That was
Twinkies.
so
All
weird.
right.
That was really
Twinkies,
weird.
elaborate. What do you mean?
The whole Twinkie situation when they shut down and then they brought it back up.
And then they like.
Oh
made a
yeah.
huge
Oh
deal
wow, I
out of
totally
it.
forgot about that.
You don't remember
Yeah.
that?
No, I remember it, but like that's such a long time ago. That was like
Yeah, we were kids.
it's like 10 years ago. I feel like
Yeah.
it was like really old.
Actually, no. There was a point where they had Twinkies, and then they got rid of them. And then a couple of years ago, I think 2013, something like some random time, I remember seeing a photo of like a Twinkie, and it was like a date. And I used it as my cover photo on Facebook because I was like, this is it. Like, everyone needs to know. I didn't even like Twinkies at the time,
Yeah.
but I wanted everyone else to know.
If
It seems like
Go ahead.
it seems like such a weird concept. Like, all right, guys, we're not gonna make this food anymore. And then a couple years later, they bring it back, and like the hype train is just like so real. It's like, oh shit, Twinkies are coming back. It's like it's a
And
cake.
then all of a
It's
sudden,
sponge
you
cake.
like them.
Wait, but that's
Yeah.
not a bad. That might be a really good like marketing strategy because aren't they like selling pretty damn well now?
I don't know. I feel like they were always selling well.
Dude, I thought you
It's-
kept up
it's
with your
a
Twinkie
Twinkie.
statistics, bro. What's
Yeah,
going on?
honestly, what the heck?
I'm sorry.
You can't
Yeah.
you can hang out with us. We know our stuff about Twinkies. I just
Yeah.
like pull out like from my
You like
purse,
Twinkies?
like my charts, like calorie counts of each Twinkie.
The
All right,
ink is still
it-
wet. She just printed them this morning.
Look, if you're such a true Twinkie fan, name 3 of their albums.
I was just gonna say.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I remember one day I came home and my mom's like, oh, Brooke, I got peppermint Twinkies. I was like, that sounds like a lot of no.
Okay. To translate this, I was never a big fan of Twinkies, but
When you saw that marketing strategy,
No, no,
you're
no,
like,
no.
I think I am.
in
Oh,
the
no.
Spanish culture, the Mexican culture, there is this thing called gancitos, which is basically a Mexican Twinkie. Let me tell you, those things are fire. And if they do ever go out of business for some reason
You're
or they
buying
stop
them out.
selling them, I'm buying a bunch. Even though I barely eat them,
Stock up.
they're super good. They're called gancitos. You should try them.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna go to the store after this with all my money that I don't have and go get them.
I will subsidize you. This needs to be funded.
We're gonna start a Kickstarter. It's like we're just gonna
Kickstarter?
buy. Yeah.
I love really quick. I love the vine where the guy's like, "Hey guys,
So
I'm
today
hoping-
my brother pushed me.
Yeah.
So I'm starting a Kickstarter to put him down. So the benefits of him of putting him down would be
Get kicked
getting
way
pushed a lot
less.
less.
Yeah. That's exactly
It's
what
like
I'm
the
thinking.
graph. It's like
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
vines.
Do you have okay? Let's do one quick thought, and then
Oh man.
we'll wrap it up.
Let me bring this up. Okay.
Ooh,
so
Paul's got a good one.
yeah, I wrote these down. I have so many.
Pick one that's
Okay.
good for Brooke. You know
Yeah.
Brooke so well. I mean,
You know me so well already.
Oh yeah.
I was paid
All right,
for
here,
like
here.
2 seconds. I'm just kidding. I'm just
You're
I'm
paged
sorry.
for 2 seconds.
No, I
She's
didn't.
ripping
I'm
on
totally
you, bro.
kidding.
I'm sorry. All right. So here's a question. What part of your life would you like to make a short film / movie about, and who would be the cast?
Summer of
69.
Shut
Hell
up.
yeah, dude! I love
That's
that
from a
song.
song.
Summer of 2016.
So
I
2 years
think.
ago.
So
Right.
there was a point where I was helping one of my like really good guy friends out of a breakup, and to cheer him up, I'd take him to all these like really great spots that I knew of.
I
And-
thought you said Aldi.
Oh yeah, all the new
Aldi's.
Aldi's. Like,
One of the places was Aldi's.
You know, you're just really quick. Every time we like end up talking about something, you always bring up like something in you and breakups is always surrounding that right now.
I know.
We're
a
gonna
lot about
psychoanalyze
breakups.
that.
Yeah, psychoanalyze.
Like a little bit
You hang out with
later.
people that get broken up with.
I do. I hang out with a lot of sad people, and it's okay. Honestly,
Yo, same.
Get out of here.
no, like honestly,
Right.
it's okay to be sad. Like I am a sad person a lot, but
You're like the happiest person I know.
no, I
right?
know it's okay. I get sad like a little bit. Like it'll usually be about like something I think about that happened, and I'd be like, oh, like
You know how you can cheer. You know one way to help cheer you up.
get a venti caramel macchiato upside down with extra caramel stirred with light foam and
Come in a Chevy blue car.
yeah, with no teeth.
Oh my
There's a
God.
story behind that.
Okay,
It's the crazy
it's
car.
Anyway,
movie.
but
We've talked
back-
about it. We've
back-
talked.
Back to the
Back
movie
to that.
thing.
Okay, so I was helping him through a breakup, so I'd take him to all these cool spots, and I would be like, dude, you know, there would totally be an indie movie about this, like this summer. And that was like the coolest summer, and it was like, we also, because we worked at the same haunted house, so we'd go to the haunted house after and just like work and then go to random places. So it was like a really scenic couple months in that summer. So it's like I would make a short film about that, you know?
That seems
Paul.
like. So it seems like it like that would be a montage, right, within a bigger movie. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna cheer you up, let's go, and then like all of the things that you did for like a good like 5
Like really
minutes set
like
to some
indie
really
music, like
yeah,
over
it's like
it.
yeah, wow, so much fun. And then
Oh, I
after the
feel like-
montage,
I feel like this was the perfect question for you to bring up, because if I were to make a movie about a certain part of my life, it would be.
Look at him. Look at him. He already knows.
It would be Brownie Night.
oh boy,
Oh boy.
can we say that on here?
We just made
I don't
brownies.
think we-
It was really fun.
What? We were young. We were dumb. We were full of.
Well,
I'm not gonna finish that.
let's not elaborate, but if we
All right, so we had
if we
these
release-
sandwiches
yeah, we had these sandwiches,
that our
right?
friend brought back from college, right?
Yeah, and these sandwiches, like we knew they were gonna be spicy, but we got the spiciness level wrong.
Yeah, we got
and
it
each
way
one of us
wrong.
got way too spicy.
Yeah, there was at
Right.
least 1 gram of spicy per sandwich.
Okay, was it like
Yeah.
spicy,
So-
like Carolina Reaper spicy?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Actually, it
so
was it
each
or
one of
two
us was supposed.
Carolina Reapers.
Yeah, so each one of us was supposed to
Yeah.
get a sandwich with a certain amount of spicy in it. We each ended up having one sandwich with maximum spicy in it.
When we should have cut that up between all of us. But
Yeah,
instead,
like each sandwich was good for like 8 people.
Yeah. Each sandwich
Yeah.
was good for 8 people, but we each decided to have one sandwich.
Okay.
It did
Mhm.
not. Let me tell you, it was fine
Yeah.
for like what, an hour?
Yeah, but then like we got food poisoning.
Yeah.
And then-
so it was
yeah,
nothing was
shit got
happening. So
real.
we went out to go get some donuts
to start the spiciness.
to start the spiciness.
I
up.
hate this.
And it ended up getting really wild. So
Yeah.
do we want to go through this?
Getting real.
Well,
spicy.
I actually want to make a short film about it.
Should we just save it for the short film that we're gonna do this summer?
Yeah.
We're gonna shape.
Tune in, guys. We're gonna have a short film, spicy,
Spicy sandwiches.
The spicy,
The Spicy
the Chronicles of
Chronicles.
Spicy.
Spicy Night featuring
Yeah.
Chucklers.
So yeah, we'll talk about it. Not in this podcast because it's a really interesting story. But
Yeah,
It's
I
fun.
think we should definitely do a film. It was the
It was
wildest
spicy.
night. It was the
It was
wildest night.
spicy.
It was spicy.
it was spicy.
Ah, man, you know what, Paul? I think it's about time.
Mhm.
I think it's about time. What do you think?
About that time.
About that time? All right, Brooke. We want to thank Brooke for coming on to the podcast today. Brooke.
Thank you so much for having me. I loved it, and it was really great. Thank you so much.
I was about to say, do you have any last words? But I guess those are your last words.
My last words
Any last
are...
words?
Do you want to thank anybody?
Thank
This
you
is your moment.
so much, Mom, for birthing me and for allowing me to be here. Thanks for my kids. I won't be here without you guys. My shoes.
I was about to say.
That's an Office reference. I've watched like 2 episodes, and that's it. That's my last words.
Well, hey, and we want to thank everybody who's listening. You know, as always, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to do this and actually have at least, you know, right now 3 to 4 people that listen. And slowly but surely, we hope that grows. And you know, this summer, I mean, it's going to be insane. There's way too many projects I think that we want to do, and we're going to have to narrow those down in order for them to be successful. Yeah, I have a drone now, so that's going to play big.
That could be in your short film. Wow.
Yeah,
That.
we could use that.
Spicy Chronicles.
Yeah, the Spicy Chronicles, all filmed on a drone.
That'd be hilarious.
It has a tripod mode, but anyway.
Oh, would you? Okay.
But anyways, yeah, we'd like to thank everybody who's listened this far. If you've listened this far, look, there's a really nice button, not too far away from the button that you press to start this, right? It has the word subscribe on it, and if you click on it,
Like, comment, subscribe.
like yeah, there you go. That's short and sweet. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you hit that subscribe button, you will know when the next one
Smash
comes
that like button.
But just a little bit. Just know what it feels like.
But we're still doing the ASMR, so we're gonna just tinkle and subscribe.
I can't even hear what you're saying.
He said tingle that subscribe button.
Tinkle that subscribe button.
I'm disgusted.
But yeah, and look, we don't just do the podcast. We do plenty of other things. We haven't done much this week.
Yep.
It's been unfortunate.
Yeah,
But be sure to check out our website. We have a bunch of stuff we throw on there. We write, we make videos, we do photography. We have a couple of other channels that are starting up.
We're doing things
and you-
online.
yeah.
See them.
Making money moves.
We don't monetize. We'd like to, but
One day, it'd be nice.
One
You know,
day.
it's more like a pay if you enjoy us kind of thing, or even if you don't enjoy us, or even if
you're gonna
you
have to pay.
enjoy us
It's
and
a
don't
tax.
want to pay us. It'd be nice. You know, it's like a donation thing.
Anyway,
Thank you. This has been Tree Chucklers podcast number 10.
wow.
This has been this is the 10th time we've done this, and we kicked it off with someone special, Brooke.
Hello. That's
So
me.
thank you to Brooke, and we'll see everybody here. We'll see everybody here on the next podcast. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.